So in this session, no, we'll provide a feel for R and R Studio, R about R and R Studio. That is going to be the scope for today's session. And what is the expectation and the learning outcome for today's session is how can R be used as a calculator? You see, R is a basic any analytical applications or any analytical software. No, the basic analytics of analytics is just a calculator. It does a calculator job. When what we are going to see today is just how can R be used as a calculator, and what is a vector, and how this vector is going to use it in R, what is vector operations. Okay, don't get scary about these technical jargons, vector and all. It's just denoting the nature of the number, what you say, the data, vector or integer, okay, like that, no, what type of vector, because these all these applications work with the vectors, all these computer programmings, okay. And then the features of R Studio. So, okay, where you are going to work with the R Studio. As I said before, no, R is the base R, which is the backend R programming machine that works, and R Studio is going to be the GUI. I said, no, graphical user interface, that is going to be the front end where you're going to work with your commands. You want to say technically, no, the inputs, the codes are what we call it as commands. Okay, the source and console windows, how the workplace look like, and how to plots, and what are the files window. That is going to be the scope for today to know about R Studio. And then the third objective is the data frame. Is Abdullah Mishba want to join here? I think you have posted this in a common group, that's why he is asking. Okay. Okay, the data frame, the third objective is the data frames. Okay, don't get scared about this technical term, which is a data frame, which is what we call it as data set. Okay, data set, because for analysis we need some sort of data, no. For example, if you're preparing for a question, a survey, then you will be collecting data in the form of Google Forms, and once the Google form is over, then you will be getting those responses in the form of Excel sheet, no, Excel sheet in any format, XLX, CSV, comma separated values, and tab delimited. So there are various formats of available. So what we call those structured data, the structured data is known as the data set. What we call technically here is the data frame. So we will see how to create a data frame in R. Okay, that is what the data frame. If you want to say, put it simple, no, the Excel file, the Excel data, how to create that data frame in R, that we will see here, and how to work with those data. Okay, how to save it in a file. That means any form of file, a text file, a Word file, and CSV, the Excel file, and the comma separated file. And then if you have any data, Excel files on your machine or in your computer or in the cloud, know how to read that data, how to import that data into file and make it as a data frame. Okay, that is what going to be the what you say, the objective or outcome for today's session. So, okay, just we will have just a quick introduction to R. So to for the previous one, no, what are the requirements from your side is just elementary level of mathematics, and mean, just a knowledge about mean value, average, and how to edit a text file, and how to plot a graph, and no programming background is required. No programming background is required. However, a simple exposure, no, a simple exposure to the basic statistics will make you to understand this session more better. So it's not a no need to worry about the programming knowledge. So just it's a quick introduction to R. So R is an outstanding software for general computations. Okay, just for computing things, like as I said before, no, you can use, now we can use this R as a calculator. So R is an outstanding software for general computations. So it is especially suitable for statistical computing. When we discussed about big data and big data analysis in our presentation, in the last presentation, we were discussing about the two programming languages, R and Python. Okay, so what are the distinctive features that why to take up R? Because of the more comfortability with the statistical computing than where we can find it in Python, which is used for more the project based on project scale big data analysis. That's why here we have chosen R. So it is especially suitable for the statistical computing, and it is an alternative to SPSS. What are the functions that you're going to do in SPSS will be done in R, and also what are some extended analytical techniques which is not possible in the SPSS can also be done in R. That is the specialty of R. Why should we go for R rather than taking SPSS? So it's an alternative to SPSS, and the interesting thing is it is a free and open source software. R is a free and open source software. It can be downloadable from CRAN R project, where I have given this link in the Moodle site, and if you go and Google it, you can get this links. Okay, comprehensive R archive network project. Okay, it's an R project, so where we can download this R, and as I said, the basic backend programming language. And R Studio. What is R Studio? So R Studio is a friendly front end to our graphical interface. So it is also a free and a open source software. It can be downloaded from rstudio.com. I have given you the link over here, just which will give you a, what you say, just a tour of just a minute. Yeah, you can watch this video how the R Studio will look. Yeah, see here. Just a tour for interactive environment.
RStudio is an integrated development environment for the R language. You can use it to create data analysis scripts, interactive web applications, documents, reports, graphs, and quite a lot more using R. The environment contains all of the data you currently have loaded and makes it easy to examine, load, and save data. You can inspect data in the environment pane by clicking on it. And this includes not only tabular data, but also inspection of other kinds of objects as well. The source editor is for working with R scripts and supports many other programming languages as well. It is a modern editing surface with snippets, built-in help, and auto-completion. The R console is for executing R commands interactively. It allows you to issue commands and observe the output. When your R code produces plots, you'll see them here. And if you get stuck, there's help, preloaded with all of the R language documentation. Your previous commands are saved here under History and are easy to search and re-execute. You can upgrade, install, and manage your R package library right here. Packages you loaded will be checked, and you can load a package with a single click. The viewer can be used to view and develop interactive web content. RStudio also includes a convenient notebook interface, which allows you to combine your prose, R scripts, and output in a literate programming environment. If you use a version management system like Git, RStudio will show you the status of all of your files here and make it easy to sync with your collaborators. This area allows you to connect to databases, including relational databases like SQL and distributed tools like Spark. Finally, for advanced users, RStudio includes a terminal tab, which can be used to run shell commands directly in R.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, don't carry about those codes which you have seen on that video. Don't get scared about those course. Okay, we will start with the basic elementary like ABCD. I said no how R can be used as a calculator and a basic mean, average, and basic analytics analytics tests. Then slowly we will move on to how to plot a graph using the data frame, data set, how to plot a graph, which was shown over there, that plotted graph. And we will move to the next level of basic statistical computing in that R. And we don't need to go much detail to the advanced level of R. So, okay. So I hope you will enjoy using R. Okay. Yeah. Before that, I want to make you clear. There is a thing that that's a jargon which we call it as vectors. Don't worry about a vector. If you mention anywhere in your data or anywhere in the data language the vectors, no, a vector is the simplest type of data structure in R. Okay, c comma so you see, you can see 2 comma 3 comma 5, c, true, false. So it's a combination of these numbers. Okay, it is combine or concatenation. For example, what are the different vectors, type of vectors that in the data structure that is used for analysis are the numerical vectors. Okay, for example, containing which all kinds of numbers, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 numbers. Integer vectors, the second vector is the integer vector which contain integer values. An integer vector is a special kind of a vector. Then the logical vector, you see the true false, yes, no, this type of a logical vector, true or false. The character vectors, no, if you want to store some names, so okay, ABCD dollar, so these comes under the uh, character vectors. And date time vectors containing dates and times in different formats. Okay, date time vectors. And factors is just special type of vector to work with categories. And mostly in these vectors, what we are going to deal mostly are the numeric vectors, integer vectors, character vectors, and sometimes the logical vectors. We don't want to get into this advanced level of daytime and vectors and the factors in the R. Okay, so let me start with what you say, the basic analysis. I hope you all have installed R and R Studio. Now we will you see. Now let us now build a data set. Wait. Wait. So now I am sharing the R Studio. As I said, no, yeah. Directly you can go to the, if the screen is not shared, no, just stop me and I will try to fix it. Yeah, what you're seeing is the R Studio. As I said, no, basic application. 2 plus 2. What is going to be the 2 plus 2? It gives 4. Okay, this is a very simple calculation. Okay, 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. And you see here, you can assign the variables, assign the vectors. What the term we are familiar is the variables. Here you can A less than symbol is equal to, okay, 2 plus 3. Just press Control and Enter, or you see just select this and just click Run. It gives you the, okay, then it gets stored in the, you see, then what is the value for A, which is stored in as 5. Okay, just if you want to see this output, no, just click A and run. You can get 5 here. Okay, now A into A into 5, which is 25. Okay, this is a basic calculator operations, which is where we are going to assign the values. Okay, what we call the assign the vectors as the which is an what you say the numeric vector. Now we will see a sample of building a data set. Now we will build a data set, then it will be easy for you to understand what is a data set and how to create data frames. Okay, let me take a famous example. Just I want to know from you people uh, the different captains of Indian cricket team. See of, tell me the captains. Just type it in the chat box and give me some 5 or 6 captains' name. Let me start. Azharuddin. Okay. Azhar. Tell me. Hello, students, please give me some cricket.
Virat Kohli.
Kohli. Okay. Virat. Just a minute. Right. Then Virat. Then I need at least 5 or 6 people. Ramakrishnan.
Sir, cricket not following,
Yeah,
sir.
just tell the captain name. Any captain name.
Dhoni,
Dhoni.
Sachin,
Dhoni.
Sachin Tendulkar.
Sachin. One more. Arun. Now I am explaining how we are creating a data frame. Okay, I'll tell you. Arun. Arun Prasant Shaktivel. I need one more.
Sir,
Tell a cricket captain's name. So you have to, this is what you say, the character vector, where you have to enter the names within double quotes. Okay, just we are creating the vector, so that's why it is taking time. Okay, later for your analysis case, no, we will be the file will be available in the form of Excel sheet or any other data set where you can easily download. So starting from the scratch, basic level, elementary level, I am trying to show you how a data set can be built. Okay, a data frame can be built. I need one more cricket captain, Shaktivel or Arun. Are you there? Or Ramya? Anybody? Anyone? Or if you want to type,
sir, sir,
சொல்லுங்க. Tell me. Tell me. Okay. Is this the question, that difficult question I am asking? Okay, I will put you. Ravi. Okay. Then just I am giving it for example. Okay, C of, this is combine. C means combining or concatenation of the
Rahul,
yeah, C of this Y is
sir, slow
Y is
connection.
the year. Okay, just I am giving it as a rough, not exact years. See, 1998, comma 2016, comma 2002, comma 2000, comma 2003. Okay, and then year and the matches that they have played. So I am storing. You see, this is where this. Yes.
Fourth value.
Oh, yeah,
Fourth value.
having 3 values. Yeah. You see, just
Fourth, yes.
I am storing the values. This is the what you say, the character vector, and this is the numerical vector. I am storing it in the name of the names. This Y is year, and this P is played. Okay, played. Total number of matches played. Okay, just I am putting it as a for a rough 43. Virat 32. Dhoni 45. Sachin and Dravid some 46. Okay. I am storing. Okay. Just I am explaining how to build a data set. So okay, the matches they won. Combination of Azhar won out of 43. He has won some 23 matches. Okay. Virat out of 32. He has won 14 matches. I'm just giving a rough number to understand. Okay. Dhoni 45, 29. Sachin 52, 32. And Dravid 46, 20. And the matches that they lost. CF 20, 22, 18, 16, 52, 20, 6, 8. Okay, they won how many matches they won and they lost. Okay, now with this available data, you see, just select line by line or total and just run it. You see where after running this, you can see number gets stored in the environment. Okay, this is number. You see where you can see lost is the number numeric vector, and this captain names is character. The other things are numeric. Okay, what I am going to build now is a data frame. Captaincy is what we call it as the data dot frame with the names Y, names, the year, paid, won, lost. So this is going to be the captaincy, where you can see, select this and run this. See here, the captaincy is going to be the data frames. See, 5 observations of 5 variables. 5 variables, what are those 5 variables? Names, which is the character, year, played, won and lost are the numerics. So the 5 variables with how many observations? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 observations. So this is the basic data frame. So what we can do with this data frame is, you see, if you want to just see this data view, there is an option view captaincy, because the name of the data frame which we create is the captaincy. Just select the view of captaincy and run. You got the table data, no? Data set, no? Azhar 1998, played 43, 23 1, lost 20. So this is how we have to create the data sets. No need to worry about the big data or mass data, where it can be easily scrapped or extracted from the web, and it will be available in the format which is compatible with the R. Just this is a small example for how to create this data frames. Okay, and you see, it is very easy to, what you say, each and every part of the data frame we can if you see captaincy dollar, no, then we can see what are the variables: names, white, played, won, and lost. Select this. Just see what are the different levels: Hazar, Virat, Dhoni, Sachin, and Dravid. You see in analysis, no, you will be having different groups, no, doing t-test and one ANOVA, you'll be having different levels of groups. No, here the it is mentioned the characters what how we have asked. So it will extract even a part of the data frame. It's like, no, you can check the the captaincy dollar, number of matches won. Select this. The shortcut for run this program is Control Enter. 2314. Okay. What we are going to see is what is the ratio? What is the ratio of these players? Okay. The ratio of these players. Okay. The ratio means number of matches won divided by number of matches played. Okay. Captaincy dollar 1 divided by captaincy dollar played. Just run this line. Now, what do you have to do to know the result? Tell me.
View of ratio.
Just we have no need to view the ratio. Okay, view will take you to the next what you say the other page, which is the viewing the data set. Okay, now just simply type ratio. It will list out the ratio. Okay, I don't want what you say these many digits. How many digits? No, there is an option. Okay, option to. Okay, wait. So now I am okay. Now I want to see what is the previous data set that we have created. The name, year, played, won, and lost. Which we created new now is the ratio. Now what we can do, no, captaincy dollar victory, which we call it as victory, is the ratio. That means in the file of captaincy, it will be adding a one more variable, that is victory. What is going to be the data for that victory? That is the ratio that we have prepared. See? Just now, if you want to see the captaincy, view, sorry, view this captaincy. See, one more column is added. The previous one, only the victory was not there. Now you can put like option digits is equal to 2. Just run this. Wait a minute. Options. Okay. Run. Now you see the captaincy. Just it is reduced to only the 2 digits. Okay. Previously it was some 4, 5, 6 digits. Okay. This is what we call it as the data frame or data set. Now the next thing is, now we want to, you can do any elementary level of mathematical operations with this data. Wait. But I am checking, I am just captaincy dollar. Wait, I am trying this code. Plotting the captaincy dollar year, comma, captaincy dollar victory is the ratio, no? Stored. Sorry. Plot captaincy dollar y is there. Captaincy dollar y. I think some issue. Okay, that we will rectify later because plot is not the scope for today's class. Okay, that we will rectify. So option digits is equal to 2, which will reduce to here. Okay, now this data frame or the data set that you have created, now we have to what you say the export this data set. The format write.csv, the file which we created is the captaincy, and what we can say, you can put it in any name, crickets. Okay, just put it here, just run this. What happened? Captaincy, is there any spelling mistake? No.
Space maybe
Wait.
after comma.
New captaincy, it is working. Wait a minute. Write.csv captaincy comma. So you see, it's totally different. No, if you copy the double quotes, no, it's an issue. I hope that is. You see where it is the captaincy 5 observation of, now it becomes the 6 variable. So this is the environment pane. Now, if you want to read that, you see that where mostly we used to go for this command read.csv, comma get CSV. See the down, see down. X 1 2 3 4 5. The names 5 here, played, won, lost, and the victory, which is the ratio. So likewise, this is the basic operation of R. No, where we can use the basic calculations. Not only the basic calculations, it can be used for the statistical computing. It will give you the what you say the mean value, median, mode, that we will see in the later classes. Just a simple command with the data. So now you have you see that you saw that read.csv. Okay, any Excel file that can be exported to a CSV format, that what we call it as comma separated value. Okay, the technical format is these values are separated in a comma format. Okay, in an Excel file. That's why it's a comma separated value. So Excel files can be exported to comma separated values, and where you can easily read it in this software, where you can easily see it over here. For example, if you want to see this lively, no, as you people have registered for this course, no, yeah, using a Google form. Wait, okay, this is the Google form. Just a minute. You have created you have submitted your responses in the Google form. I am downloading the Google form. See, I have downloaded that Google form. Yeah, go to Google, any forms or Excel sheet, download it as the CSV, comma, separated values. Okay. It is there in the downloads, elective course semesters form responses. Just I am renaming it as, what to say, EC, elective course work session, set working directory to source. Okay, I will tell you where you are copying your file is important, because this is just writing and reading. No, just go to this session, just set your work directory. That means where you want to extract the file and where the file should get stored. Source file location, source file not saved, session work directory. Choose the directory. In that, maybe raining, put it as downloads. Okay, now the file name which I have given here is read.csv, ec.csv. See the files. Okay, see these files. When you have registered your elective course, Ramakrishnan on 3/13 on 16/12/2020, Sneha 4/22 4/46. See the other data. You see the name, the register number, the elective course which you have chosen, and only we have asked 3 questions. No, now you see, if you want to see EC dollar, yeah. Now we have to name it as elective. Just read this as the elective course, elective 1. Okay, now view elective, where you can view this data set here. See, timestamp, your email address, your name, your register number, and what elective that the student has chosen. Okay, then in this elective, what are the different? See the right side of the environment window, 29 observations of 5 variables. What are those 5 variables? Elective, dollar, timestamp is one of the variable, email address, your name, register number, the elective course you wish to choose. Okay, now you can do, because there is here in this elective, no, there is no numeric vectors. We can't do any mathematical operations like ratio, finding out plots. Okay, just elective dollar name. Just run this. It will show you the 29 observations for all these people. Okay, from your email, taking it from the email ID. So this is how it works. Okay, to you can what you say, you can read any CSV file, Excel sheet file. For example, if you are going for a survey questionnaire, and the same can be exported to an Excel file, that is or the CSV file, just read it over here and download it here, and you can do all the mathematical operations, mean, value, even ANOVA, correlations, everything you can do it here. That we will see in the later classes, the basic statistics operations in the classes. And I will give you, see, I will give you all these commands in the Moodle site. Okay, you just try over there, and I will, if you want, I will give you, post you the assignments also, like these data frames, no, to create each one, to create a data frame and do these basic operations and ratio. So slowly we will get into the next level of mathematical operations in the later classes. Okay, if you have any questions, you can ask. So before that, wait, just a minute, I'll tell you the, what you say, the different windows and its functions. So this is what we call it as the, this window is the source window. So the window in the top left corner is the source window. It is used to edit a script and run it. So what you write here is, they mean it as technically as the script or the code. So the source window will help you to top left corner source window will help you to write, edit the script and run it. And the window in the bottom, no, the console, which is called as a console window, it is used to install packages to run a particular command. I will come to that later. What is a package and what are the different packages? So the upper right window is the workspace window. That means you see here the environment. What are the different variables that we were used in this particular session or the particular script? See the captaincy, 5 observations, 6 variables, and the elective, 29 observations of 5 variables and different values that we have created. So this is the workspace window. Is the no. This is not a workspace window. This is the environment tab, which stores all the variables during the execution of the commands under this environment tab. And the workspace window will help you to show me the different connection to this RStudio stuff. I said there is one package, no? I said a word there which is used to install packages and all, no? As I said, you see it right down the window. This is the file where this is the working, which will tell you where all your file gets stored. So, okay, since I have given the working directory as a downloads, no, so it is showing here all the files that are in the download in my system downloads folder. See the packages. I think you can remember that I have said this as a base R. So basic base R will contain some basic functions and features. So if you want to install any package, that means, for example, if you plot a graph, okay, just you can check it over here and you can install any, it's already installed ggplot2, which I used it for some plotting purpose. So if it is not there, you can take it, you can install it this, because these individual packages are developed by various computer programmers and computer scientists, and which is available free and open source on the web, which is available on the CranR project. So people every day they are developing programs. For example, if you see this website, no, it's nearly more than 5,000, 6,000 packages are there, which has an individual capacity. So statistics, for statistics, no, a basic correlation or language or so just if you click that put ggplot and you just click this, no, it will tell you what this package is about, what we can do with this package. So I will be putting all this script, that is the code or command which you have written, and you can practice it on your system. If you have any difficulties or if you face any issues, technical issues, just post it over there, then and there we will clarify it. Okay, are you clear? That's it for today. If you are okay,